saved up over 2 paychecks when I was 15 to buy my first longboard off eBay. Would skate around with some of my friends, and after a while I realised I wanted to be able to do more things that could only really be achieved with skateboarding.
I would describe it, I'd have to compare it to a vice, almost like someone walking down the street thinking, man, I wish I had a cigarette, man, I wish I had this, man, I wish I had that. I walk down the street thinking, man, I wish I had my board with me, man, I wish I could skate that. Even if it's completely inconvenient to have my board with me, skating has like rewired my brain to just think about it in any context, to the point where it gets annoying. I would say my state of mind during my like daily life and activities can be quite fractured, quite like dissociated. I'm not really here or there. I might be doing the dishes while thinking about homework I have to do, or trying to do homework I have to do thinking about my dad. I'm kind of all tense and like clammed up and kind of all over the place. Whereas with skating, I might get like that here and there. I'll get annoyed about this or annoyed about that, but the only thing I'm thinking about when skating is skating. So it's not like I as a whole avoid those feelings of my daily life, but it's more channeled into a single focus. I had him on this pedestal. I mean, he's my dad. What more can you possibly ask for? What do you need? But throughout life, after the death of my mum and just different stuff with his physical health and mental health and friends, family, blow after blow, he kind of started to fall apart and really become detached from what he used to be and who he was really. And it's not like when I look at him, I still see him, I still love him, he's still on that pedestal for me. I mean, he's like fucking the wisest man in the universe. But the issue is I've now grown to the point where I'm at the same height as him. So I'm looking at someone who in my head is so much larger than they actually are, and if I really think about it, the pedestal that he's on is really falling apart. But that doesn't change the fact that I love him and he's still my dad, and he will always be there for me. I've had my doubts of how much I can do for him, obviously, seeing as I'm still fairly young in the grand scheme and I don't know enough to truly help him. But stepping away from the few things I can do to help someone who's been there for me through everything is out of the question. I get no time to relax away from anything, but when I'm skating, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just thinking about the board underneath my feet. So like an absolute sigh of relief. Like all the tension that's built up in my like back and shoulders just like completely drops because I'm just cruising around. I can feel the wheels roll underneath me. It's the equivalent of working for like a week straight, having no time for a shower or anything, and then having like a really hot bubble bath. The second you get in that's exactly how it feels. I would definitely call it an escape, but if I am skating and I'm still upset or thinking about everything going on, I just skate harder. I just get angry and just skate better than I was before, and I might get hurt, but for some people that's a good way to release pent-up feelings. It means, I guess by definition, you can do whatever you want. You can see a random brick wall and just decide to try and skate it. You can walk up to any human being holding a board and just start having a conversation with them. You can dress how you want, customize your shoes. You can set up your board in so many little detailed ways that no one would really think about unless you're truly looking into the freedom of skateboarding. It's unlike any other sport. One thing I want to get across is that skating isn't something that like leads you down like a bad path or something that takes your time away from real life. Skating is an escape, it's a release, it's an art form. You can go anywhere with it. I mean, some people get paid to skate, so I want people to understand that it's a valid form of expressing yourself and a valid form of almost treating yourself as a hobby. So if you're pent up and you want something physical to do, I would suggest trying out skateboarding. Just wear a helmet, kids.